From Arkansas's breaking news leader, Fox 16 News at 9 starts now.
Corner, I looked down the street just like this street on the other side of the bank. I looked down, I didn't see a car. Like I thought maybe he's going to run to a car.
Tonight in a breaking news update, police are still on the hunt for a bank robber who shot an employee before getting away. Good evening, everyone. I'm Donna Terrell.
I'm Kevin Kelly. Authorities say the shooter robbed the Bank of America on Cantrell right near Taylor Loop this afternoon. Take a look at this crystal clear surveillance photo of the suspect. As you can see, he's wearing a mask and holding a shotgun.
And we've been on top of this story since it broke earlier today. And tonight we have team coverage. Shannon Miller reports on how businesses around the bank have tightened security, especially knowing that the suspect is on the run.
Yeah, but first we begin with Fox 16, Ken Buffa, who has been on the scene all afternoon following the investigation. So Ken, are police making any progress in tracking this guy down?
Well, police just released a report earlier today. We found out that a suspect had the money in his possession and then shot that weapon, and that bullet went through that window you see that's boarded up there. And as police search for the suspect, employees and maintenance men are cleaning up the mess he left behind. Dressed in all black and wearing a white clown mask, this man, police say, robbed the Bank of America off Cantrell Road.
He is armed, we believe, with a shotgun or at least a long gun of some type.
According to authorities, the robber demanded cash, and then after he got it, he fired one shot, injuring the bank manager.
Well, for a split second, I thought, well, let me follow him. And then I thought, man, that might be a gun.
Eric Linsing says he saw the gunman running away.
Yeah, when he hit the corner, I looked down the street just like this street on the other side of the bank. I looked down, I didn't see a car. Like I thought maybe he's going to run to a car.
According to police, the suspect is around 5'9" and a black male. He's considered armed and dangerous. Linsing says he drives down this road often and didn't think this ride would end with police tape.
It was very peculiar, him running out of the bank like that.
And in that report we got moments ago, that employee, that manager that was struck in the shoulder, and he is expected to survive. We're live in West Little Rock. Ken Buffa, Fox 16 News. Back to you.
I tell you what, Ken, after reading that police report, which was just released prior to our newscast, I mean, obviously there were a lot of witnesses that saw this, some of them too scared to even look the suspect in the eye, according to what I read. And the bank manager appears to be just a random target, at least according to the police report.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. A lot of people in that report, the people who worked here, didn't want to look him in the eye. One person, when that man came in with that shotgun, he demanded the money from her, but she was too scared, so she got another employee to do it for her. And they just couldn't understand, after he had the money, why he decided to fire that one bullet that struck that employee and then went through this window. Police saying that's a malicious attack, and the charges could change once he's caught because of that, because it seems like he was trying to murder somebody as he left, according to police.
Yeah, and we also know at least he was seen running away southeast on foot into a neighborhood. All right. Thanks a lot, Ken. Appreciate the update.
And with that in mind, businesses and people who live near the Bank of America understandably on edge tonight as the search for the suspect continues. So continuing our team coverage tonight, Fox 16 Shannon Miller joining us now live with more reaction. Shannon, what can you tell us tonight?
Well, Donna, just shortly after the folks around here got word that there was this robbery and shooting, many of these businesses locked up their doors right away, some of them even keeping their doors locked all the way up until it was time to close for the day.
We had an employee that came in and had seen the cops pulling into the bank.
Shortly after shots fired through the window at the Bank of America, nearby banks and businesses locked up their doors.
Alert the adults and staff here to get them into a safe area.
John Baldwin, just 1 block away at the Easter Seals Center, says he and staff members had just recently ran through what to do in an emergency.
And that's why we practice this on a regular basis. Everybody becomes accustomed to our procedures.
I was coming home from picking up my kids from school and had a hard time getting home because of all of it.
Mom Danielle Sutton says she pulled up to flashing police lights just a few doors down from her home.
Honestly, I haven't let my kids go outside today since we got back.
Sutton says with the suspect still on the run, she and her family will stay inside tonight. And one of the biggest concerns that these business owners and neighbors around were asking us while we were out reporting is, did the suspect leave on foot or in a car? And at this point, we know that the person left on foot, and the folks we spoke with say that makes them all the more nervous because it means he couldn't get out of town very fast. Again, we're told that he went off into a nearby neighborhood, so that is of some concern for folks who live around here tonight. We are live in Little Rock. Shannon Miller, Fox 16 News.
Well, that's certainly right. I can see why folks around there would be on edge. But let me tell you something I found out earlier tonight. Robinson Middle School, there's a student that goes there. We're told that student said that that they locked the doors. Robinson Middle School is still a ways down the street, but just as a precaution. So it's not just in that area, Shannon. It's elsewhere as well, especially since that person left on foot.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the schools around here, and when we spoke with the assistant principals, said many of the schools already keep their doors locked at all times. So not much changes as far as what they saw procedure-wise. But again, anytime that there is a shooting like this, a robbery like this, and the suspect has not been found, everyone, schools, businesses, people who live nearby, definitely locking up and keeping on edge.
That's right. Better safe than sorry. All right. Thanks a lot, Shannon.
Here's the Fox 16 bottom line. This is the first case of a shooting during a bank robbery in several years. We did some digging. In fact, the last shooting happened during a bank robbery at a Metropolitan National Bank in West Little Rock, and this was during Christmas in 2006. The shooter, Grover Evans Jr., shot and killed James Garrison, who was a worker at the bank. Evans pleaded guilty in the case.
Now, weather to plan your day with Fox 16 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin.
Well, today a bit milder, temperatures back up into the 50s, but still pretty close to average. A few spots, especially north, staying in the 40s and quite mild across southern Arkansas. Actually pretty close to 60 degrees around Camden. Now tonight, it's not nearly as cold as it has been the last couple of nights at this time, or last night and the night before that. We already had temperatures well down in the 30s and even below freezing in some areas. Well, that's not the case tonight. We're still well up into the 40s to near 50 degrees. The reason why, we have clouds spreading across the state and winds returning from the south and east. It looks like we have some showers on the radar across the state, but none of this is actually hitting the ground within the last hour. But there are some areas of rain across parts of Oklahoma back into Texas, and this area of rain will continue to advance as we go through the overnight hours. We'll take you into about 4 a.m. early morning hours. Some of that rain coming into far western Arkansas, with the rain moving on in by about, say, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock across much of central Arkansas. So expect kind of a wet morning commute. Could even be a couple of heavier downpours out there. Just leave yourself a couple of extra minutes getting to where you're going, as we will have some wet roads around the area around lunchtime. Still a couple of showers around, but showers gradually diminishing as we go into the evening hours, and temperatures staying pretty mild too. Here's looking at your hour-by-hour forecast. Good shot at rain for the morning hours. Temperatures in the low 40s, nothing frozen expected. And as we get into about noon, notice those temperatures up into the mid 40s. So warming up just a little bit as we go into the afternoon, but another cool day. But we are expecting a quick warm up. But that warm-up not going to last very long, as you'll see in your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
In tonight's State of the Capitol report, Governor Asa Hutchinson speaking further today about his criticism of the executive action taken by President Obama on guns. The president is aiming for new restrictions on who can sell guns without a license or conducting a background check on the buyers. He's also asked several other federal agencies to take steps aiming at limiting gun crimes.
I have no confidence in the regulations that will be proposed by this administration when it comes to having more burdens on honest, law-abiding citizens who want to purchase firearms.
And Hutchinson says he's concerned about burdensome regulations from agencies like the Health and Human Services and the Social Security Administration that the White House says will participate in the president's efforts.
Time now for a Fox 16 crime alert. Someone shot at a family's home in Hot Springs during a drive-by early this morning. One person was hit in the leg, but 3 bullets also went through a room where young children were sleeping. According to Hot Springs police, it happened in the 100 block of Ida Street just after 2 o'clock this morning. They don't know whether it was targeted or random. One man was shot in the leg standing on the porch when he heard people outside. The mother of 3 children says they were close to getting hit too.
I mean, my kids are right there, and it's 3 holes in the wall, and their bed is right past that window.
Police tell us they don't have a description of the person or people behind the gun, only that the car could be a gray or silver Pontiac Bonneville. Hot Springs police also tell us it was likely a medium caliber round, like a 9mm.
And Little Rock police investigating a shooting tonight. According to police, the shooting happened on Apple Avenue. This was around 7 o'clock this evening. The condition and identity of the victim have not been released. The victim, we're told, was taken to the hospital in a private car. And 2 suspects in Cabot now know don't try to rob a gas station right down the street from the police department. According to Cabot Police, 49-year-old Thomas Duran acted like he was buying cigarettes at the Phillips 66 on 2nd Street. Instead, he pointed a gun at the cashier and demanded money. And then 22-year-old Brittany Schock drove the getaway car. Within minutes, officers tracked down the vehicle and arrested both of them.
New at 9 this evening, North Korea claiming it set off and tested a hydrogen bomb. Experts worldwide are disputing that claim at this hour, but as Steve Handelsman reports, just the idea of that rogue nation building an ultimate weapon of mass destruction is certainly sparking alarm.
As North Korea claimed it set off a hydrogen bomb, it released footage of North Koreans cheering the announcement. It's for self-defense, said this man. Something big exploded at the North Korean test site, but the earthquake waves it made did not indicate an H-bomb, said the White House.
The initial analysis is not consistent with the North Korean claims of a successful hydrogen bomb test.
A fusion H-bomb, like this one seen in government footage tested by the U.S. in 1952, is far, far more powerful and dangerous than the ordinary fission atomic bombs North Korea has already detonated. But experts say dictator Kim Jong-un ordering today's test signaled that he is developing an H-bomb.
And so even if this were not a hydrogen device, that is clearly their intention.
Republican candidates blame Democratic presidents Bill Clinton and Barack Obama.
When you allow a megalomaniacal maniac to acquire nuclear weapons and now potentially a hydrogen weapon, it makes it all the more dangerous and difficult to deal with them.
Hillary Clinton in a statement said, "We need a commander-in-chief with the experience and judgment to deal with a dangerous North Korea on day one." Led by the Obama administration, the UN Security Council today unanimously agreed to toughen sanctions. But nothing has worked so far to keep the isolated outlaw nation and its young dictator from building the world's worst weapons.
All eyes tonight are on China, hoping North Korea's only major ally and financier can somehow get Kim Jong-un off his path to a hydrogen bomb. Well, coming up on Fox 16 News, a student accuses an officer of misconduct. Now the University of Arkansas is investigated. Plus, an inmate at one Central Arkansas jail stealing while behind bars, how he got a hold of contraband, and how selfies made it easy for investigators to track him down. Plus this.
I'm gonna go in there and do my thing, man, really. And what happens, happens, I guess.
And some of you were watching Whatever Happens, Happens on the kickoff of American Idol tonight. Tomorrow night's show will feature Little Rock auditions. And tonight, I'm going to show you a little bit of what you might see tomorrow when Fox 16 News continues.
You're watching Fox 16 News at 9 with Donna Terrell, Kevin Kelly, Sports with Wes Moore, and Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin. You're watching Fox 16 News at 9. Now, weather to plan your day with Fox 16 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin.
We're all hoping for a reprieve tonight in terms of that cold weather. It's not going to be as cold tonight, right?
No, not as cold, but we do have some rain moving on in, and that's going to get here after midnight into tomorrow morning. So not so cold for tomorrow morning. No scraping ice off the windshield, but probably will need an umbrella heading on out, and maybe leave yourself a little bit of extra time as the roads are going to be wet.
Okay.
But not icy or snowy, though.
That's good.
No winter weather problems, which would be pretty common for this time of year. Last year we had already dealt with it several times.
Yes, we have.
By this time in the winter season, and this time, well, we really haven't had any.
No, we haven't.
Well, that is going to change, though. Well, I mean, that's not going to change, though, but the wet weather is going to move on in as we go into tomorrow morning. That's what's going to change, going from dry to wet. And also, we're going to go from cool to warm, especially as we go into Friday. But that doesn't last very long. Another cold shot coming our way as we head into the weekend. Here's what I'm talking about. Temperatures tomorrow reaching the upper 40s, near 50 degrees. Pretty close to average for this time of year. But look what happens as we go into Friday. Yeah, it warms right back up again. Yeah, we're up into the mid-60s for Friday afternoon. It's almost going to feel kind of spring-like again, but this warm-up, it's not going to last. It's not going to be like those big December warm-ups. Temperatures still pretty mild on Saturday, especially for the first half of the day, highs in the 50s, but a cold front is going to bring in some sharply colder air as we go into Saturday night and into Sunday. Look at Sunday. Temperatures struggling just to get above 40 degrees. Taking a look at radar tonight, we really don't have much in the way of any rain across the state quite yet, but we do have clouds thickening on up ahead of a disturbance coming out of the Plain States, with rain increasing across parts of Oklahoma and Texas, actually becoming rather heavy at times, especially indicated by the yellow areas on the radar. Temperatures fairly mild, nothing cold enough to cause any winter concern, generally in the 40s for the most part across Arkansas and back to our west. Temperatures right now still in the low 40s thanks to those clouds and the southeast wind, to 45 degrees in Stuttgart, 48 right now in Hot Springs, 50 in Camden, 46 in Monticello. So everywhere way above freezing for this evening. 46 right now in Little Rock, although we do have just a little bit of a breeze, making it feel like low 40s out there. Winds out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour. So here's a look at our forecast satellite radar. We'll take you through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. Here comes that area of rain out of Texas and Oklahoma, moving into central Arkansas as we go towards tomorrow morning. So it looks like we're going to be dealing with some rain for the morning commute, and that rain may be somewhat heavy at times as we go in through the morning hours, but it's not going to last all day. As we go towards about lunchtime, the showers becoming a bit more scattered and just some spotty showers as we go into the afternoon. So not quite as rainy as we go into that afternoon commute. Now as we go into Friday, we get some warmer air surging out of the south, and especially with a little bit of clearing, we're talking about temperatures well up into the 60s. Some spots, especially in southern Arkansas, could be close to 70. But this warm up not lasting long, as here comes another cold front as we go into the weekend. Friday night, a few showers developing out ahead of that front into Saturday morning. The showers start to move on out ahead of the cold front, but that leading edge of cold air starts to move on in as we go into late Saturday afternoon and into the evening hours. So Saturday, even though the daytime will be pretty mild, it really is going to turn sharply colder as we go into Saturday evening. So if you are going to be out Saturday, just expect those temperatures to drop pretty quickly. Now as we take a look at tomorrow morning, some rain likely. Temperatures in the low 40s for the most part, warming up slowly at first because of the clouds and rain, but once the showers diminish a bit, we get up into the mid to upper 40s for daytime highs, and then actually those temperatures really not cooling very much as we go into the evening hours, staying in the upper 40s through the evening and most of the overnight hours for tomorrow. So for your Thursday across the state, temperatures upper 40s near 50 degrees, 48 around Batesville, 51 for Stuttgart, and temperatures mid 50s south and west. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Rain for tomorrow, especially the first half of the day. Showers on Friday, but not until late in the evening. We're not talking until after 9, 10 o'clock at night. Saturday, a few showers around, becoming breezy and turning colder. Temperatures down into the low 30s by Sunday morning, and wind chills in the 20s, and fairly chilly as we go into the beginning of next week. Kevin and Donna?
All right, sir, thank you so much. Well, the last season of American Idol officially underway. We're going to take a look back at tonight's episode, plus some scenes you might very well see tomorrow night that took place here in Little Rock. It's coming up next.
You're watching Fox 16 News at 9, covering Hot Springs, Bryant, Little Rock, and all of Central Arkansas.
The first episode of American Idol's final season, judges were optimistic about the singers from Atlanta, Georgia, lining up to audition for the big show. The auditions brought out a wide range of singers, including several 15-year-olds. There was also a cop who decided to handcuff Harry, a few Keith Urban superfans, and superstar rapper Kanye West.
You're familiar. Are you Ruben Studdard?
I am Ruben Studdard.
Well, the judges tried to mix things up while watching auditions, but in the end, it was all about finding raw talent.
And apparently there's a lot of that here in Arkansas. Last summer, American Idol came to the natural state, and who knows, they may have found just what they're looking for. And tomorrow night on Idol, we are told you will get to see what happened when the judges brought the show here. But for now, here's a peek of what you might see tomorrow night. They came from all over the state and beyond.
I'm excited, but nervous.
Filling Verizon Arena, hoping Idol producers would give them that first shot.
So we throw our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us.
Those who couldn't be held back would get that shot a few weeks later in front of Jennifer Lopez, Keith Urban, and Harry Connick Jr.
I'm gonna go in there and do my thing, man, really. And what happens, happens, I guess.
What happened was the celebrity judges were overall impressed with Arkansas talent.
For a while, it was just sort of one person after the next that really came in very strong.
And you know, that's what we wanted to hear, because we think Arkansas talent is the absolute best.
Well, you should, because there was a lot of real potential here.
Even J-Lo liked what she saw and heard.
So many good people walked in. We even had people who we felt like could win, which I'm good at picking right at the top. So there was a couple of people that was like, oh, this person can go the distance.
Enter the Fox 16 Silver Ticket Contest for a chance to win a guaranteed audition.
This guy not only impressed us in our Fox 16 Silver Ticket Contest, but did a number on the judges too.
That's a dream, man. That's catapulting you into the stratosphere, man, of the industry. That's huge.
So, for this American Idol farewell season,
the winner of American Idol 2009 is,
from the mouth of Arkansas's own,
Chris Allen.
Yeah, final one from Little Rock, right? Yes.
To America's ears.
There were no boundaries, but beneath you, but break every rule.
And that's exactly what we're hoping for, another Chris Allen. So watch tomorrow night. The American Idol folks tell us that they will be showing some of the auditions that came out of Little Rock. Idol airs right here tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. This is the only place you can see it, Fox 16. Farewell season, can you believe it? 15 years.
I know. I got my golden ticket when I was in Denver. I know you got your golden ticket.
Right here in Little Rock.
But yet we're still here in Little Rock.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. How did that...
Wait, we get our golden ticket and we never even got a chance to audition in front of the Idol judges. And you know what? Somebody tricked us.
I think we got played.
Big time. Are you kidding?
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, and that's just wrong.
Good talent though here. Some really good talent.
Really good talent right here at this desk. Okay, maybe not.
Coming up on Fox 16 News, yeah, we'll move right along.
Yeah.
A woman behind bars after police say she shot her husband. Now she's being charged with his murder.
But first, a trail of selfies leads police to an inmate stealing from the jail while behind bars. How police were able to finally catch him when Fox 16 News continues.
We're watching Fox 16 News at 9. Covering Sherwood, Maumelle, Little Rock, and all of Central Arkansas.
Tighter security at the Lono County Jail after a trustee steals from inside and then takes selfies to prove it.
Deputies say 29-year-old Jeff Hamrick stole a pellet gun, a meth pipe from an impounded vehicle, and then snapped selfies with them near the jail's maintenance shop, and then sent them to someone who actually reported this to authorities. Fox 16's Jesse Tenor joins us now with how he got his hands on these items. Jesse.
Donna and Kevin, Lieutenant Matthew Edwards says as a trustee, Hamrick worked as a mechanic in the maintenance shop. So he was around those impounded cars all the time. Lieutenant Edwards says a maintenance jailer is always in the shop and other jailers monitor the trustees about every 15 to 30 minutes. But Hamrick was still able to steal the gun and pipe, take pictures with them, and text them to someone without anyone noticing.
It is difficult to keep manpower to,
have a person on them 24/7. There's always somebody outside that can keep an eyesight of them still being here doing their job, but they might not be right up on them monitoring what they're doing at any given time.
Lieutenant Edwards says jailers and deputies now monitor trustees in the shop more often. And Hamrick is now facing theft and breaking and entering charges. He is now out on bond awaiting his court date, Donna.
Okay, but I believe, if I heard this correctly, Lieutenant Edwards told you that even more arrests actually came from this particular incident?
Yeah, Donna, he was saying that Hamrick's selfies actually helped them solve a string of thefts at the jail there. He said that they actually led to 2 additional arrests. Wow. Also trustees just like Hamrick.
Oh my goodness, wow. Okay, all right, thanks a lot.
In a Fox 16 crime alert, a woman accused of shooting her husband now charged with second-degree murder. Police say this woman you're about to see, 29-year-old LaShonda Macon, shot her husband Glenn on Monday night. He later died from his injuries. Macon was arrested after a warrant was served on Wednesday. A man is behind bars after a robbery and carjacking in Pope County turned deadly. According to police, 2 suspects flagged a man down on U.S. Highway 64 and held him at gunpoint, taking his wallet and car. The suspects were later spotted by Russellville police and started a pursuit on I-40. The driver, identified as 19-year-old Robert Rashad Blake, lost control and wrecked. He then fled the accident on foot, but was later arrested and charged with numerous charges, including first-degree murder. As for the second suspect, the passenger, unfortunately, that person died during the accident.
A University of Arkansas student files a complaint saying a university police officer told her she owed him a quickie for helping her. The student says she called U of A police on December 3rd after locking her keys in the car. She says an officer arrived and after trying to open her car said, quote, "You know, if I get in this, you owe me a quickie." Later saying he was kidding. Captain Gary Crane says university police investigated and the officer claims he said cookie, not quickie.
The administration of the police department takes these type of situations seriously, and we do conduct those investigations. We are a community-oriented police department, and certainly if something out of hand goes on, we would take action on it and make sure that it, we have the best possible relationship with the public. We take any complaint seriously, we follow up on it and get to the bottom of it, and that's what happened in this case.
U of A police do have body cameras, but Captain Crane says the policy is to use them during different kinds of enforcement situations.
In a Fox 16 safety alert, Verizon Arena updating its security yet again today, this time to allow diaper bags and 5 by 9-inch clutch bags. This all comes after originally banned purses and backpacks and only allowed clear bags. Officials made the latest changes after complaints on social media.
In tonight's State of the Capitol report, Governor Asa Hutchinson says he supports separating the holidays honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Confederate General Robert E. Lee. Several bills aimed at separating the holidays failed during last year's legislative session. Supporters say the day's dual status dishonors Dr. King's legacy of fighting for civil rights. Governor Hutchinson going on record today saying it's time to make that change.
I would like to see his special day, his Martin Luther King Day, be a separate day to himself. It's important that that day be distinguished and separate and focused on that civil rights struggle and what he personally did in that effort.
Arkansas is one of just 3 states honoring the civil rights icon and the Confederate general on the same day.
This afternoon, family and friends paid tribute to one of 2 Arkansans who died during a storm while duck hunting in Oklahoma. Chase Moreland was laid to rest in Van Buren today. He and Craig Strickland, the lead singer of Arkansas-based band Back Road Anthem, died during that hunting trip. Moreland's friends say he had a smile that could light up a room.
Chase the kind of guy that anytime, you weren't feeling great or you needed somebody to cheer you up, he could always talk to him. He'd always be there for you. And anytime Chase came into a room, he really did. Like everybody says, somebody lights up a room. That was Chase.
Friends say Moreland died doing what he loved, which was being outdoors, hunting and fishing. And
Craig Strickland's band is putting together a concert to pay tribute to their lead singer. Back Road Anthem has scheduled a concert for next Saturday, the 16th. It's going to be held in Fayetteville. It's being billed as Back Road Anthem and Friends. Strickland's funeral has been set for Tuesday at 6 p.m. Coming up, did you get your Powerball numbers? Did you get the tickets? You could be a big winner.
Yeah, in the words of Clint Eastwood from Dirty Harry, do you feel lucky? Well, do ya? I'll look at the changes next.
And off to the bus stop tomorrow morning. The kids might need a rain jacket or an umbrella with some rain coming on down. Temperatures in the low 40s, so not as cold. A last look at your 7-day forecast is coming up.
You're watching Fox 16 News at 9, covering Heber Springs, Stuttgart, Little Rock, and all of Central Arkansas.
Chipotle has been served a federal grand jury subpoena related to the norovirus at one of its California restaurants. That's when nearly 100 people became sick with norovirus. In a statement, a Chipotle spokesperson said the company will cooperate fully with this investigation. It's one of several outbreaks linked to the restaurant chain since this summer.
The latest in technology is being unveiled this week at the annual Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. Jay Gray reports on some of the latest and greatest gadgets making buzz at this year's show.
The rush is on. Close to 200,000 industry insiders pouring over more than 2 million square feet of the future.
This is the stuff that's coming over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Stuff like virtual reality, which for the first time now seems to be a reality for consumers.
This has been kind of the stuff of science fiction for years and really kind of been in the experimental realm, but I think this year is when we're going to see a lot of sort of concrete products hit the market.
A market that continues to grow. From wearable tech and workout gear to connected kitchens and appliances, drones, and the concept that's fast becoming reality, self-driving cars. And, of course, the latest and greatest TVs, Ultra Slim, Ultra HD, and even HK. And now, a new way, perhaps, to enjoy an adult beverage while you watch.
What we've built here is the world's first cocktail machine using capsule technology.
Ah, technology. It can be, after all, so intoxicating, especially when you're at the center of the technological universe with every gadget and gizmo you can imagine, and then some.
A Keurig cocktail maker.
That's crazy.
Gotta like that. Along with all the new products, there's also new ideas, especially when it comes to connectivity or making sure that all your smart devices communicate and work properly together.
Okay, the Powerball jackpot rises to a whopping $500 million. This is the 6th largest jackpot of any lottery game on record in North America, and it's the 4th largest Powerball jackpot. You are also more likely to win an Oscar than winning the jackpot, which many of us aren't actors, so we wouldn't win an Oscar anyway, right? The drawing is tonight at 10, and that's just a few minutes away, so you need to get those tickets ready so you can call us up and let us know you're the winner. We'll put you on TV.
That's right. Maybe the winner is already on TV.
You know what, Kevin? I hope you are.
That's right.
I hope you are.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I hope you are. Can you float me a loan? No. I don't need a loan. I just need the money.
Wes, we're waiting for those winning numbers.
There were a lot of people at the store. I went and got my numbers a few minutes ago.
Right.
And a line of probably 6, 7 people in front of me all getting numbers. And the cashier said, it's been that way all day
Oh, really?
long.
I bet. Yeah.
It's been absolutely crazy.
So you got yours right before the deadline?
Right before the deadline, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck to you. Coming up, I've got one more thought. Plus, we have Ask a Wildlife Officer. And the Razorbacks are hoping to build off last night's dramatic win. Fox 16 Sports is next.
Just into Fox 16 News, we're learning that there has been an arrest in today's bank robbery that took place at the Bank of America on Cantrell near Taylor Loop. However, police are not telling us at the time who the person that was arrested is. We don't know if it's the actual person accused of robbing the bank. It could be an accomplice or somebody else, but we do know that at least one person has been arrested in connection to that bank robbery. Of course, we're working to get additional information. We'll keep you updated and bring you the latest on the air as well as online.
Now, Fox 16 Sports with Wes Moore, powered by North Point Cars.
The Razorbacks are 1-1 in the SEC after beating Vanderbilt in overtime. It appeared as if Arkansas was going to win the game in regulation. Jabril Durham penetrated, kicked it back out to a wide-open Antoine Bell. The three-pointer gave Arkansas a 2-point lead with 2.1 seconds left. But after a Mike Anderson timeout, the Doors threw a length of the court pass to Damian Jones, and his dunk at the buzzer tied the game.
Now, obviously, we're in position to win the game in regulation time, and we had some miscommunications, and they get a dunk, and that shouldn't have occurred.
Teams are never out of it. You know, they always come down there. Good teams like Vandy find a way. So just credit them making a play down the stretch like that.
We wanted to throw it to Damian and have him dunk it.
Our guys, to their credit, they didn't put their heads down. They responded in the right way.
Yes, you did. You have to give Arkansas credit for bouncing back in overtime after such a deflating play. It's an experience that could pay off down the road.
We're learning from it. I don't think our guys were in a panic mode. Even when they scored, they were not in a panic mode. Disbelief, but not a panic mode. And I thought they showed a lot of heart. And they went back out there and started getting stopped.
We grouped together as a team and made us, you know, tighter and more of a family and a stronger brotherhood. And we came out and, you know, got the win like we wanted to.
Jimmy Dykes and the Razorback women got a tough draw to start SEC play. Their first game was on the road against the #2 team in the country. Arkansas played South Carolina close for one quarter, but it's a four-quarter game. South Carolina beat them by 53. Tomorrow night, another tough game. Number 13, Texas A&M visits Bud Walton Arena. Coach Dykes hopes his team learned from the tough lesson.
We executed well the first 10 minutes, and then they put a run on us in front of 14,000 people that just knocked us out, and we couldn't get back off the mat quick enough. So the lessons we took out of that ball game were that you know, it's in the SEC and conference play, the physicality of the game goes to a whole nother level. The second part of it is when you get knocked down, we have to find a way to stop their momentum.
It's time for Ask a Wildlife Officer. Captain Stephanie Wetherington of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission answers your questions. Here we go. I understand there are some new laws and regulations on operating a boat in Bayou Meta. Can you explain?
Yes, actually it applies to all WMAs, not just Bayou Meta. Basically the regulation is you can't operate your boat in a reckless or negligent manner that endangers the life, limb, or property of any person. So, for instance, you can't weave in and out of congested traffic or operate at high speeds around other boats. The fines for this range from $250 all the way up to $5,000. And in addition, you will be banned from that particular WMA where the violation occurred for 1 year.
Send me your questions. Go to the sports banner at fox16.com. Click on the Ask a Wildlife Officer tab and then type in your question on the right. More questions next week. And finally, I have one more thought. 1 year ago, the University of Arkansas, Little Rock, hired Chase Conk as athletic director. One of his first moves 2 months later was letting Steve Shields go. I honestly wasn't happy about it. Coach Shields was great when dealing with the media, and I consider him a friend. Plus, Shields won 5 division titles and led the Trojans to the NCAA tournament in 2011. When I heard Chris Beard was being hired to replace Shields, I wasn't happy either. But I did a little digging. I grew up in Texas playing basketball, so it wasn't hard finding information. Everyone had glowing reports about Beard. One of my best friends called Beard a winner and a hell of a coach. Boy, was he right. Beard has done nothing but win at Little Rock. The Trojans are 12-1 and off to their best start ever. Coach Beard and his staff have taken a lot of new faces and built a very good team. Tomorrow night, the 2-0 Trojans host the preseason conference favorites, Louisiana Lafayette. Saturday, they host 2-0 Louisiana Monroe. It's a great lesson that everyone deserves a chance. And sometimes change is good, but difficult. So on Chase Conk's one-year anniversary, I say congratulations on year one and best of luck to many years to come. You're off to a great start. It's just one more thought.
And we have more breaking news tonight. Emergency crews are responding to a fire at a shopping center. It's happening right now in Hot Springs. We got a picture we want to show you. This is it right here. It was sent to us in our Fox 16 newsroom. The fire department confirms they are on the scene of this fire. Lots of smoke, as you can see, coming out of there. We're going to have more on this story tomorrow morning on Fox 16's Good Day, as well as Fox16.com.
Yeah, just so you know, that's on Airport Road. Thank you so much for watching our news.
We'll see you tomorrow, 5:30 and 9. So long.